class. For obvious starters, close range gun in the first slot. Always want that out, so when you pick your class, you can immediately shoot if someone's near you, since they drop loadouts 3 or 4 at a time in little clusters. Especially when the drops in the middle of the map, down underground, that one gets chaotic. This HRM is still the best SMG or close range gun in the game for ranked. The Ram 9 and the AMR are both valid options. The AMR definitely kills faster, but as far as movement speed, I think you need to use the HRM or the Ram 9, and this HRM is just the easiest to use. Still kills very good up close and has great movement speed, especially it's just regular base movement speed. When it was originally dropped, everyone was obsessed over having the Growl iron sights, and this barrel also gave a good damage on the medium, the longer range for SMGs. And I do like this. It definitely has a little less recoil. It kills a little quicker in medium range. But for ranked, you need that movement speed. It's a tool in itself to be able to rotate with this thing. Use this Thorn Barrel. It'll feel better when you're ADSing and strafing back and forth, getting that rotational aim assist. Always got to have that. And it still kills quickly up close. Use this build if you want to use it. This thing's been the best since it dropped, and I don't think that's changed. The Ram 9's decent. Just doesn't feel right to me. I don't see a lot of the top pros in the ranks use it. The gun's big. It feels too similar to the Ram 7 AR in my opinion when I'm using it. Sometimes I lose my enemies because of how much of my screen it takes up, but maybe I'm tripping. I'm not a fan of it. This is still the SMG to use and what everyone else uses. For your primary or your long range, you want to use this Bruin. They added that new battle rifle into the game. And the Ram 7, those are both valid options as far as TTK is concerned. But this new battle rifle kills fast. It feels nice in its first burst of bullets, but its recoil, that was easy. Its recoil does an S though, and it's unusable in my opinion. See there, kind of goes up, comes back around. Do it again. See how it kind of does a little S. Makes kind of like an S curve on it. If it just has its initial burst, it'll be usable, but that curve will get you killed, especially on ranked when you're shooting at really long range. Every bullet needs to count. This, in my opinion, makes it unusable. If they fix the recoil to where it just goes right or left and you have to pull down, even if it's a drastic pull, that's fine. I can understand it for a battle rifle, but would not recommend this. And with the MTZ nerf and all the other nerfs, this Bruin it kills the fastest long range, as you can see here, and which is honestly the most important stat. This doesn't really feel like an LMG as well when you use it. The 60-round mag helps that with the ADS time. It's ADS time long range. Its sprint to fire time long range is the best of all these long range options. And it's just, even compared to the AR, its recoil to me, it's the easiest to control. Those long range kills are really valuable for the SR. You can kill people, they don't even see you. That's the easiest, freest SR you can get. Only use the broom. Tactical, easy smokes help you rotate. You can stow them, carry up to 4 with you, or even more if you want. It's the only option for tactical. And for this, Sentexes are the only thing I would use for this. Drill chargers are decent, frags are decent, but to be able to place this on a wall so someone can't come in that room, or they have to run by that exact spot, use these. You can stow them, carry up to 4. If all your teammates do that, that's 12 Sentexes. That completely changes how a fight would play out if you throw all those Sentexes compared to how if you didn't have any Sentexes. If you're coming from regular Resurgence and still using thrower knife, like I was for the longest, switch off of it. You really don't need it. The Resurgence games aren't as fast paced on ranked as they are regular. I know it's nice to be able to get the quick finish, but you really don't need it with the way the fights are played out. Teams don't separate as much as they do on regular, so it's not like you need to kill that person immediately and then move on. You're kind of in the fight's kind of all happening at the same time. And these Sentexes they're brutal if you can really stack them and your whole team can throw them. Especially when you got someone knocked if you need the finish. Perks, this is where you can kind of change things up. The two mandatories are the second slot and fourth slot. Gotta use high alert and double time. I prefer anything that speeds up the game, so I use sleight of hand and quick fix. Anything that makes the experience quicker for me, I like using. Maybe that's just because of how slow Warzone 2 felt last year, but being able to reload quicker is the best option for me. If you don't use that, I've seen a lot of people use this Mountaineer. Pretty much takes fall damage out of the game besides absurd distances. I mean, you can really drop onto someone and not take a lot of damage at all. It's not really great when you're dropping off buildings. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Keep your positioning. Obviously, you need to get that finish, get that kill quickly, do it. But dropping down off buildings really doesn't happen a ton, and it is good for that. But what it is good for is when you're redeploying and you don't have to pull your parachute when you get really close to the ground. You can kind of take a 20, 30-foot drop before doing it. Um, Use this if that's the case. To me, reloading quicker is nice, and it kind of counters not using tempered in this third slot, which is also if you don't want to use quick fix, which pretty much your health regens after each kill or knock, or when you start plating up. Those are to me that just it feels better in fights, and having that slight of having the quicker reload kind of negates not having tempered, which only makes you have to plate up twice instead of 3 times. The coin flip for this one, you can use either or. Double time, standard, have to use it. Speeds up the movement, no other real option here. And for the fourth slot, also, I think you can't use anything else but high alert. Eyes in the back of your head. Greatest perk in the game, probably greatest perk in Warzone history. It's just you can see people that you can't see. You have eyes all around you, and it saves your life every single game if you use it. You get used to it, but when you think about it, when they have one hit snipers in the game and it goes off and you can avoid that, that is a life you get to save. That is a down for you that you get to just take out because you get to move out of his sights. So yeah, use this. Only things I would change are perk in this first slot. These are the first two. These come from the same two perk trays. You know these are the same group of perks. Switch out sleight of hand for something else. Use double time and Mountaineer, or double time and sleight of hand. And then for this, use quick fix or tempered. You don't really need ghost. The radar goes off when the radar pings you when they knock one of your teammates. Anyways, you're always on the radar. I feel like on ranked, anyways. So it's not even worth having this. Just use high alert. It's broken.